Looking at rows of numbers in Excel can feel overwhelming. But today, I'm going to show you step by step how you can make pivot charts in Excel, turning your data into a visual story instantly. So let's get started. The first step is to make sure your data is properly formatted. That means rows and columns with no blank headers or merged cells. Every column should have a clear single header. For example, date, production line, cause of deviation, the cost of deviation. This setup is important because pivot charts pull directly from these headers. Now let's insert a pivot chart. Go to Insert, Charts, Pivot Chart. At this point, you could just select the data range. But here's the problem. If new data comes in later, your report won't automatically include it. You'd have to fix the range every single time. To avoid this problem, it's always better to format your data as an Excel table. To do this, select any cell from your dataset and press Ctrl-A. Then Ctrl-T to format your data as an Excel table. Great! Now your data becomes dynamic. Any new rows or columns added in the future will automatically be included in your chart. Now, when you insert a pivot chart, instead of seeing a static data range, you'll see a table reference. That means if you add new data in the future, your chart and pivot table will update automatically. Now let's explore the pivot chart fields. On the right-hand side, you'll see all the headers from our source data. Below them are 4 areas: filters, columns, rows, and values. This is where you decide how your chart is built. For example, let's figure out which production lines have the most deviations. Drag the production line from the field list down into the rows area. On the left, you'll see the pivot table update, showing each production line as separate rows. Now drag cause of deviation into the values section. Typically, anything you want to calculate goes into the values section. And look at that! Our chart now shows the number of deviations for each production line. Let's take it a step further. Now drag cause of deviation into the values section. Now you can see not only how many deviations there are, but also how expensive they are. Right now, it's just numbers. So let's format it as dollars. Select a cell from the cost of deviation, right-click, navigate to number format, go to currency, and select the dollar sign. For our example, I'll remove the decimals to keep it clean. Let's say you don't want the cost anymore. You can remove it by either right-clicking and selecting Remove Field or simply dragging it out of the values area. As you can see, it's super flexible and you can quickly change how your chart looks. Excel inserted a column chart. But what if another chart type works better? If you want to change your chart type, you can simply right-click on the existing chart, navigate to Change Chart Type, and for instance, select Pie Chart. And just like that, we've turned our data into a pie chart. Now here's the fun part: customizing your chart. You can add chart elements like titles, labels, and legends. You can apply quick layouts. For example, you can add percentages on each slice, change colors and styles to match your theme. Let's narrow our focus. Say we only care about the production line with the most deviations. In our example, it's the production line for ointments. Now go to your pivot table, filter on ointments. Now drag cause of deviation into the Legend Series category. This shows the specific reasons why deviations occurred in that one line. Filters are also great for time analysis. For example, let's only look at deviations from 2024. Drag years date of occurrence into the filtered field section. Or if you want to compare causes across different production lines, drag cause of deviation into the filter area instead. And that's it. You now know how to build pivot charts in Excel, format them properly, customize them for the exact insights you care about. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future Excel tips. And let me know in the comments, what's the first chart you're going to create with your own data?